And we are live. Hi, guys. This is Alex here. I'm trying out YouTube Live for the first time, so I hope I am doing it right. I'm just going to check here on my phone and make sure that I am where I'm supposed to be. Am I live? It says I'm live. If anybody is out there, please feel free. Oh, yep, there I am. Okay. Now I am muting my phone. All right. Thank you for your patience on that. And if you are there and you're watching live, please be sure to say hi, because it's a little bit nerve-wracking using a new platform for the first time. So if you're here, thank you so much for being here. I'm Alex Strauss. I am the author of The Mindful Walker, which will be released as a second edition on August 23rd. And if you are on my list, you may have already seen the beautiful new cover for the book. But if you missed it the other day, here it is. I'm very proud of it. The Mindful Walker, released on the 23rd. Be sure to get on my list at themindfulwalker.com, and I will send you a special invite to get it early if you like. But also, you'll know about the super duper cheap promotion for the first 5 days when I launch it on the 23rd. So you want to be sure to be a part of that. That's at themindfulwalker.com, just so you know. Now, I am not sure if inside my streaming software I will see comments. I hope that I will, but not positive. So give me a second here. And okay. All right. Well, so if you're here, you're probably here to see my new card deck. Now, I have been talking about this for a long time, and I've been kind of hinting about it and dancing around the subject, but the new card deck is now available, and I'm going to show it to you in 1 second. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you're going to love it, and I'm very, very proud of it. But first, I want to just tell you for a second about how this came about. So just in case you're unfamiliar with me and my work and the Mindful Walker, my focus in all of my work is about helping people reconnect with the natural world on a deeper level, and especially people who are busy, right? A lot of the folks that resonate with my message are, hey, Marianne, hey, Diana, thank you guys for being here. A lot of the folks who follow my stuff are here because they're really busy. They've got a lot going on in their lives, but they recognize the value of connecting regularly and deeply and mindfully with the natural world. And there's so much science behind this, you guys. There's so much evidence. There's evidence in my own life, and I talk about that in the book. There's evidence within the lives of many of my students and clients who have seen miraculous things happen in their health, their mental, physical, and even spiritual health because of fostering that deeper connection with the earth. But there's also a lot of scientific evidence around the practice of simply being in nature. And of course, walking is a very healthy way to move through nature. It's a natural way to move. It's a healthful thing to do for your body. And it's kind of amazing how it sort of takes you through the natural world at the perfect pace. You know, to recognize the signs and to recognize the messages and to hear what the earth has to tell us. Because I fully believe that the earth will speak to us, and we can better hear our own intuition, our own higher selves, when we quiet our minds in nature and we listen for those messages and we tune in to those messages. And whether you believe that's coming from the universe, or it's coming from God, or it's coming from Gaia or Mother Nature herself, or your own higher self, your intuitive self, whatever resonates for you, there's wisdom to be gained there. And it is life-changing if you let it be. And so that's what my message is all about. That's what the Mindful Walker is all about. And that's what this card deck is all about. So the Mindful Walker is about the practice of walking in nature. And the Simple Path card deck is the practical tools for doing it. So let's see. I need to shift it so that you can see it. How's that? Can you guys see it? If you can see it well, tell me. I'm trying to avoid they are UV coated cards, so they have a little bit of shine to them. So that's why they may be reflecting a little bit. But I want to tell you that the pack has 52 cards in it. All right, including this front card and then a welcome card. Okay, good. Thank you, Diana. She says she can see. Oh, it looks like Tegan is going to join us here for our live. I have a little instruction card here, which is just suggestions for how to use these cards. And the rest of the cards are their walks, friends. They're actual walking prompts. And there are a gazillion of them, 52 to be exact. I worked on them for many months. This has been my pandemic project. And each one of these cards, and they are numbered as well. So if you like to do them weekly, which was kind of my idea when I started, but you could absolutely do them daily, or you can pick randomly. You could just look through the deck, see what resonates for you, and pick one. Here's a better look. There we go. Just pick one that resonates for you and go for a walk. That's all it is. So you look at the front, see what resonates. And then I have, look how my fingers look huge. Look how, that's so weird. You read the text on the back. And, you can see it's short, but I promise you, every one of these cards is powerful. These cards were, I was inspired. I have to say, this is absolutely some of my best work. And so like this card, for instance, activate your senses. So there's a little instruction about an exercise to help you really tune into your senses, because that is one of the absolute best ways to connect with the natural world, is when we kind of bring all of our senses online. And that's what this specific card will do. And I also want to call your attention to the gorgeous artwork on here. And maybe you're not a fan of centipedes. I think that's a centipede, or is it a millipede? I'm not very good at my bugs. But the artist, who happens to be my daughter, Annika, had creative license to come up with all of these beautiful, simple line drawings from nature. And so there are so many things I love about these cards. There are so many things that you can use to sort of tune in to a message that is specifically for you. There's, the title of the walk, obviously. If you are experiencing some kind of pain in your life, that's what this card's about, right? And then, but also there's the little drawing, There's the number. Maybe there's a significance to that in your life. I don't know. What will speak to you? And then there's the walk on the back. All right. And every one of these is a different, simple, doable. I love this one. This one's about tuning into your sense of sight. It's one of my favorites. And I love that illustration. I love this squirrel. Yeah. But every one of them is a bite-sized, just little gem of a nature connection exercise. And I have to tell you this, a few years ago, I think, somebody was talking to me about the book. And the book, The Mindful Walker, the subtitle is Rediscovering the Simple Path to a Healthier, Happier, More Peaceful Life. And somebody who I hadn't read the book, I don't remember the details of the conversation, but they said, so what is the simple path? And it just sort of stuck in my head, thinking about, well, how can I illustrate what the simple path itself is? And the simple path, of course, for those of you who follow my work or who've read the book, the simple path is walking in the outdoors. And so the title of the card deck and the walks in it are all about that simple path. and walking in the natural world. And I'm really, really proud of this deck. And I am going to, I just got my pack. Like I just got my pack, my sample pack a week or so ago. I think you've seen them, Diana, but nobody else has seen them. My family, and that's it. And the artist, as I said, who happens to live here. Oh, look at this one. This is so sweet. I think she particularly likes bugs. Oops, sorry, I have a little bit of a tremor. And so you'll see a lot of little bug things in these cards. But every single one of these little drawings is a gem. And the walk itself, I think, is powerful, but doable. You know, like these were designed so that you can just pick one up, read it quickly, go out and do your little exercise and take your little walk and feel better. Right. And reap the benefits, because honestly, you know, you can read the book all day long and think that connecting with nature and being in nature is a great idea and a fun thing to do. And maybe you should do more of that. Diana says she loves the bugs. Thank you, Diana. Leave it to Diana to love the bugs. I'm so glad that you love the bugs. I love the bugs too. And Annika loves the bugs. And I hope that everyone will love the bugs. But ultimately, if you kind of think intellectually that this is a good idea and probably you should get outside more and probably walking would do you good and la-di-la-di-la, and then you don't take action on it, obviously, nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change. The Simple Path card deck is designed to help you take the next step. No pun intended, but kind of pun intended. The next step is to actually take this idea out into nature, out into your neighborhood, out into the street outside where you work, out into your backyard, and implement these exercises so that you can begin to really feel the benefits and experience the benefits of being more deeply connected to the natural world and all that can mean for your health, for your mental health, for your spiritual health, for your overall well-being, and for your happiness too, and for your mood, and for your ability to focus, for your energy. I mean, I could go on and on. You guys who follow me, you know, I love to talk about this stuff. Marianne says, LOL. I get off on my soapbox on this, which is why I wrote a whole book about it. But I should say this too. You don't need to read the book or have read the book to enjoy and benefit from the cards, right? They stand alone. They're a nice complement to the book, but honestly, you don't have to have read the book or have the book. That's perfectly fine. They are individual walks. They're individual nature connection exercises. And also, I should say that for those of you who are thinking, well, I don't have time, to figure out how to spend an hour every day walking. I got too much going. I'm trying to educate my kids here at home and do my work and everything else. I get it. I completely get it. I'm a working parent myself. And all of this work came from the idea that busy people with a lot going on and not a lot of extra downtime, need a way to feel like they can connect to the natural world too. And so some of the exercises within the Simple Path I've got to walk in here as short as 2 minutes. So it's really just about making great use, powerful use of the time that you have. And that's what I think this card deck is particularly good at. It's about making great use of the time that you have. So with that being said, I hope that you will, let me see if I can drop a link in the comments here. But don't go yet, because I have something else wonderful to tell you about that I'm really excited about. Okay, so I just put the link in there to the deck, but you can go look at it in a little bit. And you can always ask me questions if you have anything that you want to know about the deck. I haven't even made a sales page for it or anything on my website. This is literally like the first look that anyone has had. So if you have questions, you can email me at alex@themindfulwalker.com. So any questions, welcome. I'd be happy to answer them. So, okay, the other thing that I want to talk to you about is if you are very self-motivated and you're going to get a deck like this deck, or you're going to read the book and you're gung-ho and you're going to get out there and do your walking, and you don't need any accountability. You don't need anybody giving you daily or weekly encouragement, or then good for you. You go for it. However, I know there are some folks out there who might could use a little extra push, maybe a little extra support to really integrate these kinds of exercises into your life. And so I have created a lovely little program to go with that complements the cards. Okay. But I need you to know you don't have to it's separate. Okay. It's separate from the cards. You don't have to buy the cards. You don't have to have the cards. It's just that I took the content that I created for these cards, and I built a membership around it so that folks who want to be in there with me and want to kind of be a little more connected to me on this journey and get a little bit more help with some of these exercises and a little bit more insight can be a part of that and can feel like they're supported and they have a place to be. Now, I am not a big social media person. Oh gosh. I mean, I guess that would be a very big understatement, right, Diana? I'm really not into Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. I'm learning Pinterest. Maybe that'll happen. So when I started thinking about where I want to bring people so that I can support them and talk to them and share videos and share things with them, and I really felt strongly that I did not want to create something on Facebook. I don't like to log into Facebook, and I don't want to be the person pulling other people over there specifically to see my stuff. So I have created a completely separate little membership site. And basically what we're going to do is if you're in there, if you decide to be a part of this, you will get from me a weekly message, and it will be around one of these kinds of nature connection exercises, or sometimes a different one. And I'll go into it a little bit. I'll tell you about the exercise. I'll kind of tell you what's behind it and what we're going after. And I'll answer questions. We can engage in the comments. And, it's just a way to have a little extra accountability and have feel like you're connected, right? Because in this time of social distancing and disconnection, I wanted to create something that would bring more of us together. And so even though you might be taking your mindful walks alone in nature, which is beautiful and powerful and helpful, I also want you to feel like there's a place where you can come, where there are other women, and myself included, who are also on this journey, who are also learning and exploring and growing and walking and learning what it is to be more deeply and regularly connected to our higher selves, to the universe, and to the entire natural world, and what that does for our lives, and in some cases for our businesses. That's what I wanted to create. And so that is what I have made. It is called the Rise Uprooted Collective. The title is based on a Rainer Maria Rilke quote, which is, "If we surrendered to Earth's intelligence, we could rise up rooted like trees." It gives me chills. It just gives me chills to think about that. I love it. And I love the idea of coming together with the idea of rooting ourselves, of grounding ourselves in our connection with the natural world, with all of creation, right? So that we can, in fact, rise up into our individual purposes, rise up in our talents, in our abilities, in our callings, because we are grounded, because we're rooted, and we're feeling that strength. And that's what the Rise Uprooted Collective is all about. So let me put that. Of course, I don't have my reading glasses on because I want it to look pretty for you. Okay. Somebody check out that link and tell me if I spelled it right. Okay, so it's at themindfulwalker.com/collective. And that's where you're going to find all of the information. And you guys, look, I'm not rolling in the bucks right now. And I know a lot of people aren't either. So I've created something that's very inexpensive. It starts at $7 a month. And the idea is just to come together on a place other than Facebook and be able to have that support without breaking the bank, without spending a whole bunch of money. So check it out to let me know if you have questions. There's plenty of information on that page that I put in the comments, but it's themindfulwalker.com/collective. And that's where you can learn all about it. Again, you don't need to buy the cards in order to be a part of the collective, but you certainly can, because we will be working through those exercises. And let me just check out the column. Okay, Diana says she got there, so I wrote the link right, so that's good, even without my glasses on, which is kind of amazing. And let me see if there are any other comments. All right. Well, unless anybody has any other questions for me, now if you're on my list, you're going to be hearing more about the Rise Up Rooted Collective in the next few weeks as I kind of ramp up to membership. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I got so much on my mind. I got so much going on. I almost forgot to tell you that I'm running a special promotion right now to launch the Rise Up Rooted Collective. Okay. And what you get if you join at the middle tier or the top tier, it's on that page. If you click on the tiers button on that page that I just mentioned to you, it will give you more explanation. If you join at one of those levels, I will send you a signed copy of the second edition of the Mindful Walker as soon as it launches on the 23rd. So you get it sometime next month. It will take me a few weeks to get them, but I will send you a print book. I'm not talking about a digital copy. I'm talking about the real thing. I will sign it and I will send it to you with my love and your name in it. And just as a thank you for being a part of this. Now, that's not something that is necessarily going to be available all the time within the collective. So if that's something that is appealing to you, I would love to have the opportunity to send you a copy of this beautiful book. Also, I don't know if you, Marianne, I'm not sure if you saw, some of the illustrations are added to the book as well. So these are some of the same pretty drawings that are on the cards, and they're also in the book. I love that. So pretty. I would love to say, I'm so proud of this book. Can you tell? That's why I keep handling it and holding it up. I'd love to send you a copy. And that is available until the 25th. And then, because the book is just in promotion for a few days, then it will still be available. The book will, but I won't be sending it out, sending out signed copies. So that's the way to get it. Also, if you are not already on the book launch team, this is another option for you guys. It's not an alternative to the Rise Up Rooted Collective, but I want to tell you that if you're just chomping at the bit and you can't stand it and you want to read the book now, you totally can. I will send you a copy because I am looking for people who are willing to read it and write me a review for Amazon that'll be ready on that launch day on the 23rd of August. So what I do is I'll send you an electronic copy. You can read it, you can write a review, and then you get invited to the launch party on the 23rd, at which time I will be drawing names for a signed copy of the book and also for a few copies of the card deck. So we'll be drawing names for copies of the card deck too, and that will be at the launch party on the 23rd. So I know I'm giving you a lot of information today, guys, but I had so much to talk about. So thank you so much for coming. That is at themindfulwalker.com. Everything is there. Everything you need to know. themindfulwalker.com. There's a place to sign up to the book launch team. There's more information about the Rise Up Rooted Collective. And there are links to the book, which will be available on the 23rd of August. And there are other opportunities to work with me. There are plenty of freebies there too. Lots of videos that I've made over the years. So if you're just coming to this idea of nature connection and you just want to explore a little further, look around here on my YouTube channel. Look around the website. There are things there that can help you learn a little bit more. I have a free audio program, a 10-minute guided walk. and a couple of different things there that I would love to have you just take a look at some of those things and see what you feel and see what speaks to you. And if you want to go further, I'd love to have you. I'd love to support you, and I'd love to have you here in my world. So let me know what I can do for you. And that is Alex at themindfulwalker.com. If you have any questions for me. And yeah, okay. So I'm going to look one more time in the chat here, and I have to put my glasses on. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Marianne. I love its simplicity too. It is actually, I experimented with a lot of different things. And Marianne, bless your sweetheart, has been a part of my my world for quite a while now, and was on an earlier membership site of mine, which was also, I'm also proud of, and developed some good stuff in the path. But it was a little less user-friendly, I think, than this iteration of a membership. I think this is going to be just a very simple, user-friendly, beautiful, easy to access, no logging into Facebook, no membership credentials. You don't have to do any kind of fancy anything, especially if you download the app. So if you like the idea, I love that Patreon, which is where I'm hosting this, has an app. I actually follow several other creators through Patreon, and I love the app. It's super duper simple. I don't have to log anywhere. I don't have to do anything. It just pops up if one of the people that I follow posts something or sends me something. So I really like that too. But the app is optional if you just like to look at things in your browser. Also, you'll get the messages from me. You'll get via email too, which is nice and simple and streamlined. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will be talking to you more about these various things. But I'm so glad that you could be here for this reveal of the card deck and the membership. And thanks again for being here, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks, you guys. Bye. Take care. Have a great day.